The city of Jerusalem was alive with excitement. Thousands of pilgrims had arrived for the great feast of Passover. The narrow streets were crowded with travelers, merchants, and worshippers coming to celebrate Israel's deliverance from Egypt. But on this day, something extraordinary was about to happen. A man from Nazareth was approaching the city. Many believed he was the promised Messiah. Others were not so sure. His name was Jesus Christ, and the way he entered the city would fulfill a prophecy written centuries earlier. Jesus and his disciples were traveling toward Jerusalem from the village of Bethany, near the Mount of Olives. For 3 years, Jesus had traveled through towns and villages, healing the sick, teaching the crowds, and performing miracles. People had seen the blind receive sight. They had seen the lame walk. They had seen the dead raised to life. News about him had spread everywhere, and many believed something historic was about to happen. As they approached the village of Bethphage, Jesus gave his disciples an unusual instruction. "Go into the village ahead of you," he said. "You will find a young donkey tied there. Untie it and bring it to me." The disciples obeyed and found the donkey exactly as Jesus had said. When the owners asked why they were taking it, they replied, "The Lord needs it." This moment fulfilled an ancient prophecy spoken by the prophet Zechariah, who wrote that Israel's king would come riding on a donkey. The disciples placed their cloaks on the donkey, and Jesus sat on it. Slowly, he began the journey down the Mount of Olives toward Jerusalem. Word spread quickly through the crowds. "Jesus is coming!" People rushed to see him. Many had witnessed his miracles, and others had heard about him raising Lazarus. As Jesus rode toward the city gates, the people began laying their cloaks on the road before him. Others cut branches from palm trees and spread them along his path. Soon the crowd was shouting together, "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." The word Hosanna meant "save us now." But not everyone was pleased. The Pharisees demanded that Jesus silence the crowd. Jesus answered, "If they keep quiet, the stones will cry out." As he approached Jerusalem, Jesus looked over the city and began to weep. He knew that many would reject him and fail to understand his true mission. He had not come to overthrow the Roman Empire. He had come to defeat something far greater, sin and death. The triumphal entry looked like the arrival of a king, but the real victory would come only days later. Not on a throne, but on a cross. And through that sacrifice, Jesus would become the Savior of the world. The crowd shouted, "Hosanna!" And that is exactly what Jesus came to do, save us.